morning, everybody. Sunshine Wiley here, and I have my beautiful little daughter named Kylie Cakes over here with me. She is going to be doing my morning affirmations with me this morning. I thought it would be a really good way to, kind of show her some of the things that I do for myself. And it was really interesting. I was telling her that I wanted her to do affirmations with me this morning. And she was just like, I'm feeling pretty good emotionally, so I don't really think I need affirmations. And I was like, you know what? I'm very glad that you asked that, because doing affirmations isn't just about whether or not you feel good about yourself. It has very little, honestly, to do with how you currently feel about yourself. It can help how you currently feel about yourself, but the totality isn't about that. Affirmations are for you to affirm within yourself and set a foundation for yourself of set a foundation for yourself for positive beliefs and things like that, so that when you go out into the world and those beliefs are challenged, you can have a good foundation, and you can have something to fall back on just in case you need to be reminded, hey, look, you're pretty darn dope. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna get started with our Mommy Kylie Time affirmations. Okay, so basically what I'll do is I will say the affirmation. You a mess. So I'll say the affirmation. Stop it. Serious time. So I will say the affirmation and she'll repeat it after me. And if at any time you have an affirmation that you don't understand, you can ask me what it means, and I will always explain. There's not a problem with that. And then we can just go from there. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi.
Goofball. Okay, so our first affirmation, we have to be focused and we have to sit in, okay? So let's take a few deep breaths like we normally would when we do things like this, okay? All right. So we're gonna take a breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. In through our nose and out through our mouth. Again, in through our nose. The first affirmation will be, I am loved.
I am loved.
I'll say it again. I am loved.
I am loved.
Okay. All right. The second affirmation is going to be, I am powerful.
I am powerful.
I am powerful.
I am powerful.
So you want to sit and close your eyes with your hands on your knees, so we can focus on our affirmations, okay?
Okay.
All right. And the third one is going to be, my heart is kind, and so am I.
My heart is kind, and so am I.
My heart is kind, and so am I.
My heart is kind, and so am
I am more than my beauty.
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 Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, so I'll take a moment to explain what it means to be, and I need you to focus in on me, Kylie. Come on, man, you were doing fine. So what it means to be more than your beauty is, it basically means that, you're very beautiful, and we all see that, right? But you don't have to be limited to just how you look. You're also really smart. You're also really kind. You're also really creative. So there's so much more to you than being pretty, right? And so you don't have to feel that that's the only thing that you are.
I'm also playful.
You are playful. And you are showing the world that at this point. So, yeah. So it's important for you to have moments where you understand that, we reaffirm these things and we understand and remember what it means to affirm, right? It's to remind ourselves. It's to make sure that we are aware. It's to make sure that we know what certain things are, right? Okay. All right. So, do you have any questions for affirmations, or is there anything that you would like to say during affirmations that maybe I can repeat affirmations that you have?
Yes, but I would like to do them at the end.
Okay, go ahead. This is the end. We're trying to be on there very short because we don't want to have a super long video this time.
Oh, so, I am.
You got to sit down and remember how we do our affirmations. We're sitting and we're still and we're focused, right? Okay, let's go.
I am more than just a rough person.
I am more than just a rough person.
I am more than just a rough person.
I am more than just a rough person. What do you mean by rough person? I'm curious. What do you mean by that?
Like, it might seem rough, like a tomboy. Like they play with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're rough. They scrape their knees.
That's okay, right? It's okay to be, and it's not even necessarily a tomboy. I consider that adventurous. It's okay to be adventurous, to want to explore and to see things. Uncle Pat said, "Hey."
Hi, Uncle Pat.
So it's okay to be, adventurous. And so I understand what you're saying, to say that I am more than being that, but I do want to also break down the fact that there's nothing wrong with being adventurous. You can climb trees. That's okay. I wouldn't recommend barefoot, but
I've done it.
I know, I've seen it. You don't want to get stuff in your feet and all that kind of crazy stuff. So, right? Yeah. So the next time we do our affirmations, we're going to be focused in, right?
Yes.
Because we understand that it's important. And I really want you to get it. Do you feel loved?
Yes.
Tell me some of the ways that you feel loved.
When I feel sad, Mommy hugs me and makes me feel better. She cooks food for me when I'm hungry.
Yes, you like the food that I cook.
And when I want to go somewhere, I ask Mommy, can we go somewhere? And she says yes.
Okay, so those are the ways that you feel loved?
And a few more things.
Okay.
She helps me correct my wording. She helps me with my schoolwork, and she helps me.
You might want to speak up just a little bit.
And she helps me with my math and all my stuff.
Okay, and help you with things.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Daddy's the same way.
Okay, so you have more than one person who makes you feel that way. Do you know
Family.
your whole family? Okay. All right, so do you feel powerful?
Yes.
Tell me how you feel powerful.
By saying no when I don't want something politely.
Mm-hmm. And?
And when I have more things
Because you have the energy.
yeah.
Sit up for me. We said that our hearts are kind, and so are we. Do you know what that means to say that your heart is kind, and so are you?
Yeah, like your heart is kind. Your heart is kind and wants to do kind things, but you are not the opposite of your heart. You are. You are the same as your heart.
Okay, that's true. A lot of people could stand to learn that just because sometimes your actions might not line up with your heart doesn't necessarily mean you are what you've actually done. You have the opportunity to make adjustments and align your actions with your heart. Now, just because your heart is a certain way and you choose not to go with your heart and you choose to always just do the things that are not okay. So say, for instance, if we know in our heart it's right to be honest to people, but we are always not telling the truth because it might seem easier, then, we have an area that we could improve on. We could choose and decide to go with what we know is right in our heart, or we can go and choose to continue to have this bad habit over here, continue to be dishonest. And if we choose to continue to be dishonest, then we are that thing. But if we choose to go with our heart, then we are actually following our heart. Does that make sense? Or did I do too much? Tell me if I did too much.
Did too much.
I did too much. How can I clarify? Or make it clearer or more understandable?
I understood it, but
You understood it?
I understood it, but you did too much.
Oh gosh. The queen of Team Too Much over here is telling me that I did too much. Okay.
I'm also the queen of the back seat.
You are the queen and the president and CEO of the backseat of the car. Yes, you are. Anyway.
Nobody else is back.
Nobody else. Anyway, but I am glad that I got to share some affirmations with you today. And hopefully when you walk around and when you are faced with something that might cause you to question whether or not you're loved, you'll remember in the back of your mind, hey, that's not true. I got a lot of people who love me. And I have God who loves me too.
This person.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, with all of that being said, guys, I hope you have a really good Monday. And I really hope that we all, adults as well as children, have the opportunity to increase our love for ourselves and for all of those who are around us. So, thank you so much for joining us. I am Sunshine Wiley, and this is
Kyli Cakes.
Thank you so much, and have a good one.